Hey out there, all you viewers to play later, how we doing today? Okay, I know it's a weird title. Who do you paint for? I saw a video somewhat titled just like this one on somebody else's channel, and God, I can't remember for the name of my life. I'm probably going to look it up and leave it down below in the description box and leave a link. I thought that was an amazing question. Who do you paint for? Because a lot of people, when they sit down, they're like, I'm going to blow everybody out of the water. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do everything when I paint. But let's get honest. Every time all of us, start to paint, and when I'm talking, you very first start, the first time you pick up that brush and open that pot, after shaking the crap out of it, you're painting like a drunken monkey on LSD with watercolors. You really, truly are. Now, I'm going to show you a miniature that I've been currently working on for a while, simply because I like doing things in small stages nowadays. I know. Hold your hand steady, Chris. It is the Warhammer, Horus Heresy Praetor with Power Axe. You can get it in the box set, or you can get it singularly now, which I thought was cool. And that's the route I went. I grabbed it singularly. I started first with like the armor and started experimenting with things. And I'm starting to think for myself, Chris, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You're going to be looking at it from, 3 feet back on a table? Is your whole force going to be Golden Demon? No. I can't paint at that level right now. I know my painting is a hell of a lot better than it was 20 years ago. I'm surprised with some of the stuff that I'm turning out and some of the stuff that I'm experimenting with. But the biggest answer that I have found to that question, just things like with the cloak. I'd have never done that a while ago. And yeah, I know I still haven't done the outline on the back. I think I'm just going to do the Mechanicus Standard Gray with Basilicanum Gray wash, which was like the base for the armor for my Space Wolves in 30K. I'm doing things I've never done before. And who am I painting for? Well, myself. I'm painting to have a good-looking army on the table. Now, I know we all say that, all right? But I've seen some people who are like, oh, well, I'll take commission work. Dude, you can't even paint a Jackson Pollock. What are you doing picking up a miniature? It's just... It's weird to think how far things have come, how far things have moved, the different kinds of paints that are out there now. And it's got me thinking, who do you paint for? And I know I usually don't do vlogs on this channel, but this one I felt the need to. Are you painting to beat yourself? Are you painting to beat a friend? Are you painting to win an award? Who are you painting for? What are you painting for? And that's the thing I think you need to get in your head when you sit down at your paint station, wherever it is. For me, it's basically my kitchen table with a lot of lights around me. And I sit there and I use it as a way to get out of my head and concentrate on something totally different. And don't worry about things. It's all about, okay, well, I've just laid down this wash, now I got to give it that drying time. I usually work on, like I've said, 5 models at a time, between 4 and 5. Because I can work on one, while that's drying, I can move to the next. While that's drying, I can move to the next. Now, granted, a lot of these things that we're using with acrylic-based paints, we're using a very small paintbrush in a very small amount, so some of this dries really, really quick. But some of these contrast paints and other paints, they need 45 minutes to an hour to dry properly. So, do you really want to sit down, get everything set up, and go, all right, I'm done for the day? You want to move on to your next one. So that got me thinking, and I thought I'd just bring it to the channel and see if we can get a conversation going. I know I'm a small channel, and hopefully some of you will be picking this up if I tag it right, all that fun stuff. But, who or what are you painting for? Because I've always been curious about that. At first, like, with Warhammer, way long ago, like 20 years ago, when the Skaven got their brand new codex, that's when you used to have, not Age of Sigmar, where everything's on a circular base, and you had all these weird things where you have to have rank and files and everything else. The what I was painting for was I had to have 3 colors on a model to get them in a tournament the very next day. So until you stayed up all night long painting a 400 Skaven model army, you really don't know the pain of 3 colors. I don't care if it looks good or not. 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors to meet the Games Workshop standard. But now I'm painting to reassemble a force I used to have. I'm painting to have fun. I'm painting because it's a great hobby to sit down, assemble these things. Now, granted, when you're in the process of assembling, like I've shown you on some, how I couldn't get the cloak firmly in place on the sides and figure it out and do whatever, so it has that weird little thing, but it's not as bad as that other Praetor I showed you. Yeah, that one. I actually went back to the gaming store, got another one, and figured out something a lot closer and a lot different, so that Praetor went in the trash. The brand new Praetor is already sealed, everything else upstairs. But I mean, like the little things that I'm doing, because Space Wolves are basically the Vikings of 30k and 40k. So now I'm putting paint markings on the helmets and faces. Because when you watch the Vikings way back when on, History Channel, I know, it's, just stop, alright? How they had like the white stripes and the blue stripes and everything else when they were running into battle, or the shield markings and everything else. I like the white war paint on the face, so I've been replicating that onto my Horus Heresy force. Granted, I forgot it with, Geiger, but still. I don't know, so there we go. That's my quick little, who or what are you painting for? Because I'm kind of curious. Like I said, for me, great hobby, a lot of fun. It's incredible collecting this stuff and bringing life to it. I don't know about you guys, but like when you see the gray on the sprues, you feel a little overwhelmed. Then you get them assembled and get them primed, and you go, all right, what did I get myself into? Ah, crap. Like I'm actually dreading when I pick up the Horus Heresy box set, which it will be coming to the channel. I've just got to figure out a way to justify getting that amount of cash past the better half in one sitting. And maybe a tax time purchase, I don't know. But all those models that are in there, you get basically a complete force to start. So, okay. Granted, I suck at painting vehicles, but, I haven't painted that many before, but another video that's coming to the channel is makeup brushes for dry brushing. I tried that recently on a Space Wolf spike, and wow, the results were unreal. But still, now we're at the part of the video that I love the most on every single video I shoot. I want to know all your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Leave me your answers. Who or what are you painting for? What motivates you to get to your paint table? What motivates you to keep pushing through? What motivates you to stop? Because I'll be honest with you. After painting that Skaven force, I've really had to put time limits on myself because the burnout and the force to go through and the mistakes that I was making, I literally set 3 hours a day aside. That's my paint time. Once that's up, it's up. I'm done. You carry on to the next thing. But still, if it made you laugh, made you cringe, made you cry, made you do any of that during this video, please hit that big old thumbs up. It's only going to help show love and support for the channel, and that is always appreciated. But there we go, guys. My quick, little vlog, I think, on who or what do you paint for? Focus. I'm really liking how he's turning out, so I have to be really careful not to push it too hard. I just, some of the things like I've learned about leather recently, but still, thank you guys so much for watching this one. I hope all of you are having a safe day today, a great day today, and I hope one day to see you across the tabletop.